we focus on our bodies differently than other people look at our
Mhm.
bodies. And no matter what top you have on, you'll always get that kind of muffin top.
Yeah.
Forget the size, forget the number. Nobody else cares. Nobody else sees it. Cut off the labels when you buy it.
We need to make everyone remember
Yeah.
these key things. It does not matter.
Whatever beautiful means to you, this time of the month will help you find it and live it.
The content expressed in this time of the month is not intended to be a substitute for medical advice. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speakers.
TTOM community, we're back on the couch today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or share if you're enjoying our YouTube channel. Today is going to be super fun. We're here with Sagit Viner,
Hi.
stylist.
Hi.
And we're going to talk about something. I mean, one of the two things I hate shopping for, don't know if you agree, bathing suits and jeans.
I think the two biggest blows to a female ego, bathing suits and jeans.
Yeah, so we're focusing on jeans today.
Right. And we're going to demystify a little bit shapes and styles and trends. Give a little guidance according to body types and what you should be looking for, what you should be avoiding.
And we'll even model a few looks so you see a real comparison. So stay tuned for the whole episode. So Sagit, what are some of the key considerations when we buy jeans?
I think we have to be realistic on our body types for one. You know, if you have a curvy figure, you want to show off that waist. We all work very, very hard for our waists. And even if we don't, we'd like to show them off. They're on, I always say the waistline is on loan. It's not here forever. So a higher waisted jean doesn't have to be super high waisted. It could be a mid-rise. A mid-rise jean is like an everybody jean. You could still tuck in, you could still belt. It allows you to kind of focus on this area, gives you a lot more length through your leg, especially when it's got a little bit of a wider bottom. Also allows you to wear heels, which gives an overall lengthened look.
Amazing. And, you know, are there timeless styles?
You know,
Or not really?
I'm a big timeless person. I always recommend that my clients buy classic pieces, but the one area in your closet that you can afford to kind of, if you can go out into a little trendier look, is the denim. Denim updates everything, right? So if you're wearing a denim that is out of style, it takes your whole look down. So if you're wearing a denim that is a little bit, it doesn't have to be the latest trend. It just has to be the general direction of the look of denim now, which is basically a little bit away from the body, a little bit easier on the thigh, a little bit higher rise.
Love what you're wearing today. Actually, do you want to just walk us through a
Sure.
little bit? Yeah.
These are fantastic. A little bit more of a fashion jean. So this is an exaggerated high waist. It also has a little bit of detail in the back. Just a little fun. Allows you to do the skinny belt through the double loop. Just a little interest.
I absolutely love this little fun detail here.
And this
That's
is what
fun.
I'm saying. So it allows me to tuck in,
Yeah.
you know,
Amazing.
show it off a little.
So what about other body types and tips for that?
Okay, so if you have a straighter body and you want to enhance some curves, definitely you can wear a little bit of a lower rise, a little bit of a straighter leg, something closer to the body. So it gives you more curves.
And are we forgetting any other body type? Like,
Well, I always love the relaxed boyfriend.
let's
Right?
talk there. Okay.
Because the relaxed boyfriend is also basically an everybody jean, mid-rise. It just skims over the thighs, all the areas that sometimes we're not so fond of. But it also allows you to be comfortable. And I think jeans, especially if they're your everyday running around jean, they've got to be comfortable. Otherwise, you're not putting them on.
Actually, that's one of the things I've noticed as I'm going through menopause is fabric sensitivity and, some discomfort in this area, things that I never noticed before.
Yeah.
The inseam or the...
Yeah.
So what are
Also,
some fabrics or
yeah.
shapes that might work or help?
Yeah, well, also you tend to bloat. I don't know. It's just one of the
It's-
side effects.
it is.
So you start off your day
bloat
feeling
more.
really, really good. And then by the end of the day, you're ripping the things off. So my advice always is if you're in between sizes, go the half size up. Give yourself a little bit. No one sees the difference. You just feel better. And if you feel better, you look better. There's no doubt. You hold yourself better. You're more willing and able and wanting to put on the jeans. You feel better in it. It's just all around. Go up a size.
The other thing I've noticed too is the composition of the jean. It really does vary from one type to another.
If you're suffering from hot flashes, anything kind of menopause related, definitely the thinner, lighter weight denim fabrication might be something for you to consider. it'll just wear well, wear better. It breathes. The fabric allows, a little bit of breathing room, literally.
Absolutely. That's a good tip. Are there do's and don'ts with respect to either the finish, the embellishments? Some jeans are very embellished, or walk us through that.
So interesting. So there are trends, and then there's, long range trends. So the really trendy trends, I always say, maybe stay away from things that are only going to be here for a moment, like the acid washed denim. We've all
You mean that's
gone
not
down.
coming back?
It was here for like a second, but those are not your investment pieces. So it's kind of stay away from those things and look at the longer range trends. Look at just the silhouette. Kind of try to stick to that to make your jean look more modern and feel more current.
Can you suggest any stylish tricks and tips to elevate the jean look?
I think jeans are manipulated by accessories. So start at the feet.
Okay.
Depending on the look you want, you can go from a sneaker if you're doing a boyfriend look, a flip-flop, a Birkenstock. You can keep it totally casual. But if you want to throw on a pretty pair of pumps, you should be able to do so. So the footwear is key. Then second, if you want to do a belt, if you're tucked in, that's an opportunity to add a little interest. Again, I have a white shirt tucked in. I could have left it alone, but you know what? Throw on a gorgeous pair of evening pearls. Why not? Why should it stay in your closet?
Yeah, it looks amazing on you. So
Elevates
that's a great,
look.
yes. We're going to have a little bit of a feminist moment, maybe. That's what I'm going to claim it to be. I don't know if it is. One of my biggest pet peeves, and I see this with a teenage daughter, I've suffered through my life. It's the sizing of clothing in general, but jeans in particular.
Yeah.
So from 000 to whatever, size 24, it doesn't mean anything and it's demoralizing. Why is it like that for women?
I don't know. It's an age-old question. We all have a hang-up on the number that's on the inside of a jean. And I always say to my clients when they come in for a wardrobing session, I say, you know what? You can be 3 sizes today. It has nothing to do with your body. Your body is exactly the same. Different designers cut differently. So today, you would like to be a size 0? Would you like to be a 4? I can make that happen. That's not what it's about. We have to change the focus from that. You have to forget the numbers. That's one thing good about coming to someone who's bringing in the clothing for you, as opposed to you going and grabbing them from the floor. You're not paying as much attention to the numbers. I'm doing that. I'm adjusting it based on the designer. I know some run big, some run small, some are cut for short people, tall people. I take it all into consideration and I give you the size that I think would work best for you. And that's the key, is basically forget the size, forget the number. Nobody else cares. Nobody else sees it. Cut off the labels when you buy it.
That's why I love being on this couch with you, because we need to make everyone remember these key things. It does not matter.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, why don't we get more specific and let's look at some looks, and you can critique.
Sure, I would love to.
And we're going to do it on me. And one of my good friends, Jen, also volunteered for the job, and so we'll really get to see some of these tips in a visual format.
Brave women doing denim do's and don'ts. Jen is showing us a pair of skinny, mid-weight, mid-tone jeans. So the skinny jean was around for a very long time. Now we've started moving away from this trend. The skinny jean really focuses on the hip and the bum area, if you wouldn't mind turning around, and it really shows off that attribute. A pro of skinny jeans is, for footwear, you can wear it with whatever heel height. You never have to worry about wearing a heel to keep it off the ground. You can wear it with a boot or a flat, as Jen has on. Also, the good thing about a skinny jean, Jen, if you wouldn't mind grabbing your blazer, you can throw on a blazer and give it a much more professional look. Okay, now Jen is back with one of my very favorite casual silhouettes of jeans. This is called a relaxed boyfriend. And as you can see, far more flattering on the thigh, a little looser through the body. You can give a spin, Jen. This style looks best with sneakers, worn casual. It definitely has more of a casual feel than either the dark denim skinny or the wide leg that's coming up next. As far as pros and cons, pros, obviously, much more flattering and relaxed, very, very comfortable. You can run errands. Cons, they are limited in dressing up. They do definitely have an innate casual nature, so that is just a limitation. Also, unlike the skinny jeans, these are faded and have a little bit of whiskering on the hip, which gives a little texture, a little interest to the jean. Okay, so now Jen is back with a great and very flattering jean for her body type. This is a high-rise, wide leg jean, and you can give a turn, Jen. You could see on her body still relaxed through the thigh, just like the boyfriend jean was, but this one gives much more length and the ability to wear heels if you want to dress it up because of the wide bottom. Very fancy, very sophisticated. Here she has it on with a great necklace, and we're going to get her to throw on a blazer and just show you how you can take this jean to a dressed up look. One of the benefits of the wide leg jean is definitely that it can be dressed up to get a more sophisticated look. You can even throw this with a pair of high-heeled pumps and call it a day. And just a little note, darker wide leg jeans can be dressed up even more. Okay, we have our very own Beatrice modeling pretty much what not to wear, depending on your body type, but also for the fashion moment. This is definitely a no, no, no. So we're starting off with a low-rise jean. A low-rise jean only suits very few body types. Basically, a straight boy body looks best in a low-rise jean. And then followed by the distressed denim. The distressed denim had a moment. And now we're seeing a trend moving away from all the rips and the distressed, moving away from all the distress. The jeans are getting a little bit more sophisticated, no holes, no rips. So as you can see, the low rise always has a little gap when you're wearing a shorter top. We don't want that. It's not a good look. Wasn't a good look, isn't a good look. Hey, welcome back, Beatrice. You look much more comfortable in these jeans. So right now, Beatrice is rocking the Mother Denim. It's a high rise, and give us a little turn, wide leg jean. This accentuates the positive curves in a curvy figure, shows a small waist, and this jean enables you to really dress it up. As we saw on Jen, we can get Beatrice to throw on a pair of heels, and she can even throw on a pretty belt to accessorize this look. You can even reach behind you, Beatrice, and throw on your blazer and give the audience how to dress up a wide-legged denim. Perfect.
It might be overwhelming to go to a stylist, but from the things you're saying today with choosing the right denim that fits for you, it sounds like it would be worthwhile.
I highly, highly recommend seeking out professional help. You know, jeans are not a cheap investment.
No.
You want to get bang for your buck. And also sometimes we focus on our bodies differently than other people look at our bodies. We look at all the things that we are self-conscious about and we kind of hyper focus on that. A stylist looks at your general body, your general image, gets you something that looks the most flattering from, you know, an unbiased perspective. And I think that going to a stylist for jeans is very, very smart. Now, there's two different kinds of stylists that you can go to. You can pay someone hourly, it's a service, and you can do jeans and you can do other things as well. That's also a great way of doing it. But most big department stores, like where I work, Holt Renfrew, and lots of other big department stores, have stylists that are in-house. And guess what? It's complimentary. So you get all the pro tips, the expertise, the knowledge of the brands, and you don't have to pay anything extra.
Other than your purchase of the clothing.
Other than your purchase.
So that's a really good way.
Yes.
I bet you a lot of people don't realize that and they feel intimidated by the whole process.
And it's not intimidating. Like, look at us.
I know.
We're just people trying to make other people look better and feel happy and feel great in their clothes.
So what about budget then? Let's just go, focus on budget and your jeans and trends.
Okay, so I think you have to be transparent on your budget.
Yeah.
If you want to make an investment, you can definitely go the department store route or go a high-end little retailer and get some advice. If you are on a tight budget, you're a student or any reason you're on a tight budget and you don't want to spend a hell of a lot of money on jeans, you can always do vintage jeans. I used to go to Kensington. Some of my favorite things came from repurposed denim. You can go Value Village. You can go, there's endless supply of places that you can go get secondhand jeans that are unique. They will be uniquely you, and you will enjoy, and I'm sure get a lot of wear out of, and make your dollar stretch.
So when we talk about budgets, obviously, you see trends, you get excited by it.
So yeah, the other budget consideration obviously is you don't want to allocate the lion's share of your budget to something that's super trendy. So if you are going to and want to, and you should, if you would like to, get into something that's super trendy, you just don't want to spend a lot of money or the majority of your budget on it. You want to kind of try to find it in some of the,
mainstream mass
market stores. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of options, and you can kind of get in and get out in the trend and not be scarred for a long time.
Good advice. I want to go back to when you talked about, especially in a climate like Canada where we have 4 to 8 seasons. It depends on the week.
On the day.
On the day.
Yeah.
You talked about the actual composition. Can you give us more detail?
Okay, so denim is basically cotton, right? And there's different weights of denim. Yours, for example, these feel
so
like
light.
butter. So these are thin. I would call this more of a summer spring weight jean. Fantastic, breathable. And if you do suffer from hot flashes or anything like that, this is ideal. The one I'm wearing right now is an old school denim. Right? So there's no lycra in this at all.
No stretch.
No stretch at all.
Oh, yeah.
And it is thicker. It's meatier to the touch. So you definitely can't wear this in the heat of summer. So when you're shopping for jeans, you just have to take that into account.
We embrace our bodies at any time, but we have to be real. You always talk about emphasizing, you said that last time, the parts you love.
That's right.
The reality of midlife and getting older for some people is the belly fat.
Yes.
So what do we do about that in relation to jeans?
That's right. Okay. So that is definitely a bone of contention with a lot of women and an area that we hyper focus on. I'd like to start off by saying nobody looks at your belly like you look at your belly. Okay. People look at you as an overall package.
Yeah.
So we have to stop hyper focusing on that. But that said, there are styles that are definitely more flattering. The low-waisted jean, one of the pet peeves with the low-waisted jeans, it cut you right across the area where we carry the most of our, untoned weight. And no matter what top you have on, you'll always get that kind of muffin top.
Yeah.
Some days it's better, it's a Timbit. Some days it's a full donut, but whatever. So you want to kind of stay away from that if this is an area that you're sensitive about. The high-rise jean also, from an angle, from the side, tends to give you a little roundness. And that is a pet peeve of some women, which I fully understand. So if that's not a look that you're comfortable with, the best answer, mid-rise. Mid-rise locks and loads you, right? Keeps everything kind of tight and together. You can tuck in, you can leave out. You have many more options in tops to wear with it. And that's the way to go.
So the mid-rise is really our friend.
Mid-rise is everybody's friend.
Everybody's friend. What advice do you have for classic, for everyone jeans?
Okay. So if you want to stay away from the trends altogether, you want to make a singular investment, you'd like your investment to last, maybe you can only do 1 or 2 pairs of jeans, I would say go for something in a mid-rise, which is neither low nor high, so it's right exactly how it sounds in the middle. Do a mid-tone denim so that it could be worn all seasons. I know we're in Canada, so we have lots of extremes. So if you go to mid-tone denim, you can wear it in the heat of the summer, you can wear it in the cold of the winter, and any time in between. And then for the leg and the weight, I would go mid-tone weight again for the same reason for the weather. But for the leg, I would do a straight leg, not a skinny, not a wide, somewhere in between. So if you think in your mind back in the day, Levi 501, Levi 501. That's a classic jean.
Yeah.
Doesn't that give you good feels?
Good vibes.
Good vibes. So that's a classic jean that is in style, was in style, will always be in style.
It still exists.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does. In my closet.
That's a great recommendation. Okay, so in a previous episode, we did ask you what makes you feel beautiful. Today, we're going to take a little twist and we're going to do some fun this or that. You have to pick one of the 2 I give you, though.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so flannel or denim jacket?
Denim jacket.
All right. Pet Shop Boys or Depeche Mode?
Depeche Mode.
Yes. Oversized blazer or leather jacket?
Ooh, that's tough. I'd say leather jacket.
All right. And high-waisted mom jeans or acid wash?
Definitely high-waisted mom jeans. I made the mistake of the acid wash. By the
We've
time I
all
had them
done it.
altered, they were out of style.
Yes, totally. We've been there. We've done that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and I'm just gonna add a little bit of the product that's still left on there, the foundation from earlier, across the lip here, just to neutralize the skin all the way around the lip. So it's kind of like all the way around the lip and then on the lip as well. Also just helps everything to stay on better. So we have a couple of different colors. One of them being like more of like a bluey red, right? So it's got a little bit more of like a cherry, pinky kind of undertone. And then we have something that has a little bit more coral orange.
It's always so daunting and intimidating, to be honest, to choose a red. I'm sure I'm not the only woman who feels that way. We see it on others and think it's so empowering and beautiful. But then when it comes to ourselves, it feels like either I can't find the right red for me, or I just feel like a clown.
Yeah.
So which one? Yeah. I think something for me today.
With your skin tone, you can do both, but not everybody can. So sometimes some people can stay more towards a cool, like a cherry, pinky undertone, and for others, it's more of like a coral, orange, a warmer undertone. But you're pretty neutral. You can do both.
So which one are we going to do?
But we're going to do the more.
I love this
the coral,
one. And
the fun one.
I'm kind of obsessed with the NARS pencils or crayons. They're so creamy, easy.
You just draw them on, go, right? I am gonna start off with a lip liner though. This is the MAC Spice lip pencil. So I'm just gonna dull out the tip here a little bit. I had to sharpen it, but I don't like a really sharp pointy tip because I find it gives too much of a defined line. So this is really neutral. Everybody can use Spice lip pencil. It's like your go-to. You can use it with pinks, you can use it with reds, you can use it with brown. I think one mistake people make quite often is trying to match a bold lip.
I've done that.
Right? With a bold lip pencil, and it's way too much.
Maybe that's where the clown comes from.
Probably, right? So I like nude neutral. So let's just go in with Spice. I'm just gonna lightly line the outside of the lip just to give a little bit of definition here to the lip. So just staying right on the lip line, just doing light little strokes here. And this way it'll also keep the lip color in.
Yeah, some people, including me, and I find that with the wrinkles and the drier skin through perimenopause and menopause, I'm afraid of bleeding.
You're afraid of bleeding.
Or also the thinning lips too. So
I mean, this is gonna make your lip give that dimension back in because we start to lose that natural lip line as we age, right? So this just gives them a more three-dimensional look by lining it and keeping the color on a little bit better. Now, normally, if you were to put this on, you would just go right in, use the lip pencil, put it on.
Yes.
But because I'm putting it on you, I'm just gonna use a lip brush.
Okay.
Because it makes it a little bit easier for me to apply on your lip. And just keep your lips together there for me. And so this is a NARS, it's called Red Square, and it's a velvet matte lip pencil. And I do like, and let's get you to keep your lips there together for me still. I do like more of a velvety matte. I find it's a little more hydrating than a matte.
Absolutely, I can't do the matte.
You can't do the matte, too dry, right?
Always go for the creamy.
Right. And when you're doing a bolder lip, you want something creamy, but you don't want anything glossy. I think one mistake women make is they put the matte on or a bold color on, and then they try to put a gloss on top, and it doesn't stay on as well.
Okay, so that's why you shouldn't do that, because it'll...
Yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful in a photo if you're just gonna take a picture and go, but if you're gonna wear it all day, it doesn't wear as well, and then it's harder to reapply.
Yeah, what's another misconception you think people have around reds and red lips?
I think, a lot of people think that they can't wear one, but there is a red out there for everyone. But then you have to have the confidence to wear it, right? Because we know when you walk into a room, you have a red on, everyone goes, oh my gosh, I love that. I could never do that. You can. You just have to have the confidence to wear it. And also with your makeup today, I kept it really soft.
Yeah, so not big
Too
eye,
much
big lip.
eye, exactly. I am gonna go in with a little bit of the
Okay.
tip of this because I'm just, there we go actually. And then I'll blend it with my lip pencil here. All right, that's beautiful. I love how that looks on you. Take a look.
I love this orangey red. Thank you so much for your makeup tips.
You're welcome.